What's up?
Oh, how old are you?
I am 21.
Okay, what brings you to me?
I am not a liberal because liberalism does nothing for this country. I am a leftist. We do not need to. This is alcohol induced. I'm having a funky stroke.
I was gonna say, I can hear the alcohol off your breath through the mic, and you're talking out of a tin can. So I'm
Happy
gonna
holidays, motherfucker.
Yeah, all right.
I'm
Have a
gonna
good one.
go. I'm talking stupid shit.
Yep. Good luck.
But
Oh, I removed him. Listen, getting drunk the day after Christmas—that's not a good sign. That's not. I am open to talking to leftists, but as I've said before, I'm less concerned with leftists because right wingers are destroying my country, not leftists. So I'm more concerned with having conversations with right wingers. Yo, what's up? What brings you to me?
Yeah, how you doing tonight? I don't see anything wrong with drinking the day after Christmas, honestly. Aren't most people off for the week, for instance? Just saying.
Yeah, but it's just like it's like the idea is I imagine most of the people who are going to be drinking, they probably drank on Christmas a little bit, a little bit of hard eggnog.
Yeah, but I mean, that's good, right? You're supposed to get drunk on Christmas. Those are the rules.
Well, you're drinking 2 days in a row. I just maybe take it easy.
Well, the second day is for beer. That way you're hearing the dog, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
How old are you?
Yeah, I'm 41.
Okay. Are you Andrew Wilson? People keep asking.
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a reason you're on like an alt account?
Well, yeah, I tend to use them a lot because people get terrified by seeing me in the chat for some reason. So they don't often let me
I
up.
didn't even notice.
Even though I tend to have nothing but respectful conversations with people, I think just the name can be somewhat terrifying for people. It seems like that's how they react for some reason.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. So.
All right. So I know you're not a liberal.
Uh-huh.
You want to give me your reasoning?
Well, first, let's get into what do you consider a liberal to be?
So in the modern, I'm using like a modern context that most people are probably going to understand as a liberal being somebody who's pro-free speech, pro-freedom of press, somebody who believes in healthcare, like
not
public
pro
option,
not pro
somebody
freedom
who
of guns,
believes
so.
In general, I think most liberals are mixed on the Second Amendment. I'm more pro-Second Amendment than the average liberal, but I think in general, liberals are a little bit mixed on the Second Amendment.
So the only thing that distinguishes to you between a liberal and a conservative is the value set of the first 10 amendments? Or is there more to it than that?
I was in the middle of talking. I'm still going. So like having some type of robust welfare state or social services for people if they're, hurting, lacking, meaning like, welfare for poor, less fortunate people. Free school lunches seems to be an issue that conservatives have almost entirely abandoned, that Democrats are really trying to keep around. Free reduced education as well, namely in college, seems to be under debate and under threat. And yeah, there's more, but that's the beginning.
Okay, well, you've told me a bit about the things I think you're for or against. I'm not so sure that has given me a very good purview of what a liberal is in your sense, but I'm willing to just engage with what you've said so far. So the kind of the threshold difference that we're looking at, you've talked about the constitutional amendments, first 10 of them specifically, and then some social safety net programs. What about social issues themselves? Where do you think that liberals fall on social issues? That's going to be like pro-LGBT.
Pro-LGBT.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of liberals are going to be pro-LGBT, sure, yeah.
Also pro-abortion?
Yep, generally.
Okay, so the big threshold here that's going to be a delineation then is going to be that a lot of conservatives follow religious rigorism, and due to that, they can't really be liberals unless it's going to somehow conflict with their faith, right?
Well, I think their current state of conservatism conflicts with their faith. I think their total abandonment of the poor and
Well, that's not
downtrodden
the
is
question
a
I asked you,
total
though.
conflict with their faith.
Yeah, but that's
Well,
that's
my
a red
the
herring.
argument is your argument is that they can't be a
I
liberal
didn't
because
make
it
an
conflicts with
argument.
their faith.
There was
My
no. I haven't
argument
made an
is
argument
that
yet. I haven't made
okay.
an
Your
argument.
statement was that it conflicts with
No, that's not my
liberalism
statement. I'm
because
asking you a question. I'm
okay.
asking
So
you a question.
I'm. This is not true. You made this statement.
No,
that
I
rigorous
asked you a
conserv-
question.
rigorous-
I asked you a question. Is
Why
it
are
the
you
case
freaking out?
that-
You're
Nobody's
chill,
freaking
chill.
out.
Take
I
a smoke.
just want you
Take
to
a smoke.
engage with what I'm saying.
Take a smoke.
Can you engage
Take a
with what I'm
smoke. It's
saying?
not that
stop,
heavy.
stop doing red
It's not
herrings,
that
dude.
heavy,
Just
bro.
engage with what I'm saying.
Relax.
Are you
Calm
gonna?
down.
So you're not gonna engage with what I'm saying?
No, I was engaging with what you
Then good.
you
Then
said. You were talking
then it
about
wasn't an
how
argument.
conservatives
Mhm.
apply to a rigorous form of their religion or religious base or
No,
conservative
I'm asking
values,
you a question.
and that relax.
Can I just ask the
I'm
question?
responding to no.
No.
Dude, I don't know why you're like freaking out already. Did you like were you in the queue?
Because you're
and
not
then you just got
engaging.
really upset at a
Because you're
previous
not
caller?
actually engaging.
Bro, this
And
is
nobody-
not
and
this
stop-
is not
why do you keep
working if
saying-
you're just gonna go to
Why do you
like
keep
9
saying
out of
that
10
we're
at the
freaking
beginning.
out? Why do you keep saying freaking out? I just
Because
want you to
you're like
engage with
raising your
what's-
voice and you're
I
like
just want you
you're
to
talking over
engage
me.
with what's being said. So do you think
I am engaging
do you
with
think
what's being
that
said.
that
You said
rigorism, that Christian rigorism would conflict then with what you consider liberal ideology to be, considering that some of these core tenets you're talking about are against their actual value structure? That's the question. I'm not asking for some trail off bizarre hyperbolic
it's not a
nonsense.
trail off
I
or
want you to
bizarre.
engage with the question.
Okay, so for that specific statement about whether or not it would conflict with liberal values, in some ways, yes. However, it would also conflict with conservative values because the conservative main points for the last good bit, especially under MAGA and Donald Trump, has been to totally abandon people who are less fortunate, people who have less resources, the sick, the elderly, cutting Medicaid, cutting Social Security, and cutting welfare programs. This is deeply anti-Christian.
None of those things.
One
are
of the least Christian
yeah,
things that you could
none
do.
of those things are anti-Christian. Can you point out
Really?
any way
Nowhere
in
in
which they are?
Christianity does it say to
That the
feed
government has to give
like
you
homeless
social
people,
benefits?
feed poor people?
Yeah,
Nowhere does it say
there's
that?
nowhere in the Bible anywhere that says the government has to give social safety nets via taxation.
No,
Nowhere.
not the government. That as a good Christian, that you should practice feeding and
We already do
caring
that.
for the less.
Christians already
able.
do that far more than liberals do. Far more.
Okay, so
yeah.
why don't they do it? Why don't they put their money where their mouth is and actually
they
do it
already
when
do.
it comes to feeding the people through the government?
They
don't.
already you see what I mean? How you just made a conflationary problem there? So now you're saying that the government, once again, Christians must support the government doing this. There's nothing biblical about that. That's just totally made up. You're just making it up as you go.
No, it's a very basic idea. If I'm a Christian and I believe that people who are poor, people who are sick, people who are elderly should get fed, then I fed, housed, whatever.
That's what the
then
church is
I should
for, dude.
advocate for programs. Then I should advocate for programs to be able to do that. And the church is failing.
That's just you're just making things up, right? This is the concept here is that you do those things through the church, not through the compellence of force of the state. That's not biblical. You're just making it up. That's one. And two, the reason that you know
the church
that
is
so
failing.
many
Their inability to
conservatives-
do that. They're failing millions.
they're
in the
doing
country.
it. They're doing it way better than you guys do in private charity. It's not even close. Not even close.
If that was the case, then why is there still so many millions of people who are hungry or
There aren't.
less than housed
There
or have
aren't.
difficulty?
This is the most
you don't
obese
think, you don't think there's
nation-
millions?
Listen, this is the most obese
You don't think there's
nation on
millions?
planet
You don't
Earth.
think there's millions of? You don't think that there's millions of people who are food insecure or are housing insecure? You don't believe that? in America?
There's a difference between you saying that people might have worries versus you saying that they're actually starving.
worries.
They're not. They're not starving. I'll tell you what.
I never said.
if there's
When
a
did I use the
person
word
here-
starving?
If there's a person
When did I
here
use the
who
word
needs a
starving,
meal-
Andrew? Andrew, when did I
Yeah.
use the word starving?
Okay, going hungry. Who's going hungry, dude? If somebody's going
Yeah,
hungry right
there's-
now, I'll send them a meal right now. Give me a name.
Okay, there's a lot. I imagine that you
Give
can
me
go
a
down,
name.
dude. You can literally go down to a local homeless shelter right now or a food bank, and there's plenty of
You
people
mean
who are
the ones
lining
that are all
up
run
that
by
would
Christians?
love that.
The ones run by Christians? Those are,
Do
they're
you
almost
think every
always
single
run by
food
Christians.
bank is run by Christians?
Most of them, yes. Most of them are.
Almost always run by.
Yeah.
The more efficient way, the way that has been helping millions of people to be able to get their needs met, has been the government. Social Security has been a massive benefit for like older people who have had extenuating circumstances that prevent them from being able to afford
Nobody's
housing
taking
or
away
food
Social
or
Security.
the various things.
Nobody's taking away
That's not
Social
true.
Security.
The Republicans have.
Oh, show me where. When one time they've taken away Social Security. Go ahead.
Through Medicaid?
And they haven't taken away Medicaid either.
What do you mean? They made cuts. They made a massive cut. Have you not have you not been in the news?
Wait, I'm sorry. What cut did they make to Medicaid?
The taking a bunch of people off, like millions of people off of Medicaid and
they
making
didn't take anybody off Medicaid. Who got taken off Medicaid? Show me.
What are you talking about? The requirements for Medicaid changed, and there was over 1.4 million people who were cut off.
The requirements changed, but Medicaid itself didn't go away.
Medicaid, a part of Medicaid is people getting cut off who no longer meet the criteria. Do you effectively have Medicaid in your country if your criteria prevents everybody in the
That's
country
really
from
weird.
having it?
So criteria.
So what a weird pivot.
Should there be criteria to Medicaid? Should there even be any?
Yeah, I think there should be.
Well, then what is your issue here? What is your problem then?
Is that the criteria that they changed it to cut people off of Medicaid?
To what? From what to what? What criteria do you think they changed that's so horrible to you that it's against Christian ethics, dude? What?
I mean, they cut off over 1 million people that are, I believe, in I forget specifically the age range, but there are people who are unemployed, who haven't been working, that would be cut off from Medicaid that were otherwise able to. Do you understand?
You're not actually giving me anything here. You're not telling me what they changed it from to and who actually got cut off and why. You're not actually
giving me
any
individuals. What do you specifically want?
I'm asking you.
Like
if you and I agree there needs to be criteria, what is this criteria that was then changed that you disagree with so much? What is the actual problem here? What?
The problem is that there's individuals who are unemployed who no longer have access to it as a result of a change that was made under the Big Beautiful Bill.
What was it? What was this change? What was it?
The change was that individuals who were unemployed,
dude, you don't know what the change was, do you? Just say I don't know what the change was. No, I'm sorry. More specific do you want? What was the change in criteria? What was it actually?
It's that individuals who had a job, who are unemployed, and could seek employment, those individuals no longer qualified for Medicaid.
All of them?
The individuals who are able-bodied and would otherwise be able to do it, they're no longer qualified for Medicaid.
Show me the policy. What's the policy called? I'll pull it up right now because this is
the Big Beautiful Bill.
The Big Beautiful Bill did not kick off people from Medicaid unless you were engaged in fraud, dude. It was fraud that they were after. Do you understand that?
No.
Yes. Well, then show me. Show me specifically what you're talking about then. Show me.
The One Big Beautiful Bill creates a new administrative requirement and conditions on eligibility, including work requirements for patients seeking to enroll or maintain Medicaid coverage.
Okay. And keep going.
That's it.
Dude, there's going to be a huge amount of criteria that is engaged with what that means, though. You realize that?
Wait, your statement is this didn't happen?
No, my statement was what's the criteria that you're actually disagreeing with?
No, you said several times that the Big Beautiful Bill did not restrict people's access to Medicaid.
No, I'm saying that it didn't.
You said it did not happen.
No. Don't put words in my
Yes, you did.
mouth.
You literally
What I said
just did prior to me.
What's the criteria you're
there's
disagreeing
no way
with?
you're trying it.
What's the criteria
no, there's no
you're
way
disagreeing
you're trying
with?
it.
Are you going to answer the question? What's the criteria here you disagree with in actuality? What?
Literally including the work requirements.
So you don't think that wait, that doesn't give me any information though on what the criteria is. What work requirements?
Okay, I don't know. Your brain is broken, man. I'm literally reading it for you. You said multiple times that they did not remove people's access to Medicaid. You said that several times. You're trying for some reason, think you're going to get away with the genjutsu and that they didn't restrict it. They did.
You agree with me that there needs to be criteria for Medicaid, right?
Yes.
So what you're saying is I disagree with what this criteria was that you claim is kicking people off.
I disagree with the change to the criteria that cut people off.
Then tell me specifically what that criteria was. You're not actually doing that.
The work requirements.
What work requirements?
You claimed that there was no change. You claimed that nobody got kicked off.
What are the work requirements? What are they?
The amount of work that you need?
Yes,
I'm just talking about a work requirement in general. I'm talking about these work requirements. I believe it's 20 hours.
So you don't think that
20 hours a week?
Wait a second. So for Medicaid, you have to work 20 hours a week? Just want to make sure we're clear here.
I believe so.
In order to, so you think that if you're drawing Social Security and you have Medicaid, you have to work 20 hours a week to get Medicaid?
For able-bodied individuals, yes.
I don't think that that's accurate at all. Can you demonstrate that for me?
What? No. Can you provide me any evidence that they didn't make a change to Medicaid?
Claim.
You made the claim they didn't change Medicaid. Can you provide any proof?
I'm asking you a question.
You did. You literally did.
You a question. You said right now.
You're asking me for what? The statutes inside of the bill? No.
I'm just asking you to demonstrate that right now, right this second, in order to be on Medicaid.
With what?
In order to be on Medicaid, you have to work 20
With
hours
what?
a week.
What would I demonstrate
Social
that
Security.
with? What would I demonstrate that with?
Evidence.